नमस्कार। CSIR-CECRI कारायकुटी द्वारा एक सप्ताह एक प्रयोगशाला अभियान के अंतर्गत आयोजित इस स्टूडेंट कनेक्ट कार्यक्रम में आप सभी का हार्दिक स्वागत और अभिनंदन है। A very good morning and a very warm welcome to one and all. As you all are aware that CSIR, Central Electrochemical Research Institute, is celebrating its one-week, one-lab program from 24 to 28 July 2023 and also entered to the 76th year of its foundation, celebrating its legacy and significant contribution to science and technology for more than 75 years. To commemorate 75th foundation year of CSIR-CECRI, Jigyasa adopted 75 schools and 75 students from July 2022 to June 23 for various Jigyasa activities, adopted 40 Atal Tinkering Lab, visited 40 schools during July 2022 to June 2023 for Lab at School program, conducted science communication program arranged with Algappa University Community Radio, and also broadcasted nearly 42 talks from January 23 to July 23. Today we are celebrating Student Connect under One Week, One Lab program. We are very much pleased to welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, Padma Shri Professor Anil K. Gupta ji, Honeybee Network, National Innovation Foundation, Ahmedabad. Guest of Honor, Dr. T. Pavan Kumar, Senior Scientist, CSIR, IMMT. Shri Anil Mohan ji, Assistant Commissioner, KVS. Our respected Director, Dr. K. Ramesha sir, Dr. T. Raju sir, Chief Scientist, CSIR-CECRI, Dr. S. M. Bappan sir, Senior Principal Scientist, CSIR-CECRI, our distinguished and invited guests, teachers and staff from schools and colleges in and around Karaikudi, press and media, staff and scholars of CSIR-CECRI, and also those who have joined us on a live platform. We are indeed very much honored to have you all with us today. To begin, let us all rise for the invocation, please.
सस्यश्यामला मातरं वन्दे मातरं शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी पुल्लकुसुमित ध्रुवदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरं कोडि कोडुत्त कोडन्यन कुडियिरुंद वीडुम कोडुत्त वेत्तेवल तेडियुम मल्लि कोडुत्त अழகன் அறிவூட்டும் வெள்ளி விளக்கே விளக்கே பிறந்தவத்தால் தோன்றி இன்றியமை காக்கும் அன்பினால் அழகப்பாவி பரம் கவி போற்றி சிவா
Thank you everyone. अब मैं हमारे निदेशक जी से अनुरोध करूंगी कि वे हमारे माननीय अतिथियों का स्वागत बुके दे के करें. May I now request our respected director, Dr. Ramesha sir, to kindly offer floral welcome to the distinguished guest on the dais, please. Dr. Ramesha sir is offering floral bouquet to Padma Shri Professor Anil K. Gupta ji. Now Ramesha sir is presenting bouquet to Shri Anil Mohan ji, Assistant Commissioner, KVS. Next, sir is honoring Dr. T. Pavin Kumar, scientist from our own sister lab. Thank you sir for doing the honors. आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद और आभार. Now, may I invite Dr. T. Raju sir, Chief Scientist, CSIR-CECRI, to deliver the welcome address, please.
Respected Director, distinguished Chief Guest and Guest of Honors, dear staff members, my dear students, faculty members and teachers, good morning to all. CSIR-CECRI is doing a lot of program for the benefit of students to promote the science. Nowadays, most of the students, they are going for medical and engineering. So for that, CSIR is doing a lot of program to promote the science under the umbrella of GKSA and Skill Development Program. So in this point of view, CSIR and CECRI is doing a lot of training program for the students, mainly to enhance and promote these science subjects. And also CSIR-CECRI is doing skill development activities for the school students and college students and other science projects, those who are interested doing this science project also. And recently, for this year, CSIR-CECRI is adopting schools and colleges to promote the science. So CSIR aim is to promote the science, to have all the subjects of excellence. So in this connection, so we are celebrating CSIR-CECRI One Week, One Lab program. For this, today we have arranged this Student Connect. See, for this function, first on behalf of CSIR-CECRI, I would like to extend a warm welcome to distinguished Chief Guest, Padma Shri Professor K. Anil Gupta, Honeybee Network Limited, National Innovation Foundation, Ahmedabad. So thank you very much, sir, for accepting our invitations. Next, it gives me great pleasure to welcome today's chief guest, our sister lab, Dr. T. Pavan Kumar, Senior Scientist, IMT, to express our sincere thanks for the acceptance, sir. And also, I would like to warm welcome today's chief guest of honor, Mr. Anil Mohan, Assistant Commissioner, Kendra Vidyalaya Sangeetam, Chennai region. So, CSIR, we thank you, sir, for your acceptance. And also, I would like to welcome our dynamic director, Dr. K. Ramesha, for these functions. And also, I would like to welcome Dr. Angapan, Coordinator, GKSA Program, and Dr. S.M. Rajendran, Skill Development Program, and Dr. Vasudevan, and PPMG Head, and other my colleagues. So, for benefit of students, CSIR-CECRI has arranged a number of lectures today by the eminent speakers on various subjects. So, on behalf of CSIR-CECRI, we request all the students to interact with your subject and all the experts today. Once again, on behalf of CSIR-CECRI, I welcome one and all for this graceful function. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the very pleasant welcome address and for highlighting the activities planned today under this Student Connect program.
May I now request respected Director, Dr. K. Ramesha sir, to kindly deliver the presidential address, please. Sir.
Sir, it was a long wait for all of us to see you here with us. So, today's chief guest, Dr. Professor Padma Shri Anil Kumar Gupta ji, and today's guest of honor, Shri Anil Mohan, Assistant Commissioner, KV
Chennai. Dr. Pawan Kumar from our own sister institute, from IMMT Bhubaneswar, Angappan, Dr. Angappan and Dr. Raju, and teachers of various schools around here, press and media, and my dear students who belong to different schools. I can figure out from your uniform that so happy to see 5-6 school children around here. Yeah. So welcome you all. Vanakkam. So since I'm not so good in Tamil, permit me to speak in English. This 1 week 1 lab program initiated by our Honorable Science and Technology Minister, Dr. Jitendra Singh. Idea behind this is each CSIR institute will celebrate for 1 week its legacy, and during this 1 week 1 lab program, each lab of CSIR will invite industry people and people of India and researchers, academicians and school children like you, and showcase the innovations and technologies available in each institute. So we have, CSIR has 37 institutes. So one by one, institute will do this festival 1 week 1 lab. So idea is that each institute, whatever research we are doing here, will be connected to people of India and students like you all over India, that we will showcase all these our technologies and innovations, so that you students, the next generation of India, will get inspired and to take up the research as your career. So that's the intention of this. And this whole program of today, so this is the 3rd day, and tomorrow also we have a part of youth school children coming over here. So we call it as a student connect, arranged for you through our Jigyasa coordinator. So Jigyasa is such a again it is envisioned by our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister of India. He thought to have what we call as vision of new India through you people, you students. And what he thought is like institute like us have a kind of a scientific social responsibility to teach and to educate the people of India as well as the children of India. So that's under that vision this Jigyasa program is started, and CSIR took it in to higher heights. That during Platinum Jubilee year of CSIR with the collaboration with the Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan started this Jigyasa program, and CECRI is actively participating in this program, and to have science student kind of a connection or scientist student kind of a connection. So CSR will further deepen or widen all these activities, and we go back not only to Kendriya Vidyalaya, other nearby schools also, to generate this curiosity on science. And CSIR-CECRI itself has a very active coordinator, and he comes up with new ideas, other things, how to engage his school children around this. So big thanks to him actually. I think they already, as you madam said, 75 schools, 75 children, and they also arranged a lot of quiz program all over. I think there was one quiz program where how many? 70,000 students participated. 26,000 students online. So it's a huge success for CSIR-CECRI. So many such activities, but we need all schools cooperation in this. We want to go to come to your school and interact with your students, your kids. So please help us on this matter. In addition to KV is actively participating in this kind of programs. And in addition to these, whatever Jigyasa, we also have this month as a IP festival. intellectual property training or kind of a festival whole July month. So that's where our next speaker, Pawan Kumar, will be there. So idea is, again, the government of India, Modi ji, wanted to make sure that people of India understand the importance of intellectual property rights. Okay, so this again get connected to Padma Shri Anil Gupta ji's concern that it's not only scientists, the common people of India and artisans, all of them should be aware of what's IP rights and how to, what we say, that take the legal rights of their skills or discoveries. So then government thought the first way of doing is go back to school, teach our children about IP rights awareness and all those things. So that's why we also have some lecture on that today, and tomorrow workshop. It's open to all neighboring institutes, public researchers can come and get trained in IP related aspects, and whole day program Dr. Pawan Kumar will be doing tomorrow. So then to talk about Padma Shri Anil Gupta ji, like we are just waiting, waiting for him for so long to hear from him. He's such a, he created so many initiatives. One of thing is National Innovation Foundation, that he's actively participating and going all over India to sensitize people on this aspect of intellectual property rights, and also give a recognition to those people who works here and there, and through this foundation that these common people with the skill set will get recognized by our country. And also he is initiated many social activities and sustainable activities like Srishti. Srishti itself means Srishti, starting. Then other foundation like GAIN, etc. So when we started this program of of this Jigyasa and other things, let me also, I am a scientist, so I always go back and think about Michael Faraday. You all students might have seen that bust statue in front of our building. Michael Faraday is there watching us. So it's such a great, inventor of so many things, right? So many things. Unfortunately, he lived before the Nobel Prizes. If he had lived after that, I think he might have got dozen Nobel Prizes. Everything what he did is the worth of a Nobel Prize. Okay, but what he believed is not just sitting in the lab and doing things. Of course, that time, he was even, has to do everything, even a glass blowing work, all those things he has to do himself. And whole periodic table, if you see so many discoveries as his own, chlorine, sodium, benzene, all those things his discoveries. Electromagnetism, paramagnetism, all this, whatever we talk about magnetism, that's discovered by him. And what we talk today, nanoscience, actually discovered by him 300 years ago. He called it as a sol, gold sols. Okay, all those things. But he believed in go back and teaching to school. So every Friday, he will go to schools or even public places and give lectures. And his idea is that we have to educate public. He gave a lecture on candle, a simple and then Bunsen burner, which you all use, right, in school, and lamp for the coal mining people, all those things. So it's important teaching, science teaching in schools. With that words, I will give more time to our speaker, honorable speaker today. Sir, we are indebted to you for you coming all over here, and we are waiting to listen to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your very warm presidential address, highlighting the significance of 1 week, 1 lab program and our social responsibility to teach young minds and beginning of Jigyasa program. You also emphasized on importance of IP awareness. Next is honoring of our guests. अब मैं हमारे निदेशक जी से निवेदन करती हूँ कि वे मंच पर आसीन अतिथियों का स्वागत शॉल और स्मृति चिन्ह से करें। I now request our respected director Ramesha sir to kindly honor our respected chief guest, Padma Shri Professor Anil Gupta ji, Now, Dr. Ramesha is honoring our guest of honor, Shri T. Pawan Kumar ji. Yeah. Ramesha sir is now honoring Shri Anil Mohan ji, Assistant Commissioner, KVS. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Now, before we listen to the long-awaited address by our most respected chief guest, it is my proud privilege to introduce him to the audience. Padma Shri Professor Anil Kumar Gupta sir is a renowned scholar in the area of grassroots innovations. He is a distinguished visiting faculty of Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad and IIT Bombay.
Okay, we can watch. Yeah, you will.
Yeah. Sir is a distinguished visiting faculty of Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad and IIT Bombay.
Sit for a while. We have to read. This
He-
inspire our children, so they have to know.
He is a CSIR Bhatnagar fellow of the World Academy of Arts and Science, and an ACSIR professor.
Each word is a big thing for me, so you may not understand that Bhatnagar fellow how big it means.
He has a bachelor's in agriculture, master's in biochemical genetics from Haryana Agriculture University, and a PhD in management from Kurukshetra University, Haryana. He is the founder of Honeybee Network, SWISHTI, that is Society for Research and Initiative for Sustainable Technologies and Institutions, GYAN, and National Innovation Foundation. Gupta sir has developed courses for students of IIM Ahmedabad. One of the popular courses includes Shodh Yatra, which means research walk, under which he took the management students to different parts of the country to learn the local communities and study their knowledge systems by interacting with farmers, traditional knowledge holders, grassroots innovators, innovative students. So sir has been bestowed with many awards. One of the most prestigious among them is the Padma Shri National Award by the Government of India in the year 2004 for his distinguished achievements in the field of management education. With these few words, may I invite our most respected Padma Shri Professor Anil Kumar Gupta sir for his address.
The screen will be there? No, for children. No, but for children. They can see. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Okay. So this one next slide. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Good morning, friends.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ramesha and all other colleagues for having me here. I want to begin with a small story of a young boy of class 1. Can you imagine a class 1 boy coming out with an innovative idea and being honored by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Bharat Ratna? It happened. And how did it happen? Let me tell you. So his father was doing vacuum cleaning at home. You know, there's a vacuum cleaner you clean the floor. And he had shoes which made sound, choo choo. You know, children have shoes which make sound when they walk. So he asked his father, Chris Anant was his name, near Virudnagar, near Madurai. And he said, why do my shoes make sound? Now this is the heart of the matter. Jigyasa means curiosity. And there is no age at which we cannot be curious. That's the reason I'm beginning with the story of class 1. So the kid said, why do my shoes make sound? Father said, there is a whistle. Now Chris knew that if there is a whistle, you must blow air in. So air must be coming in. Father said, yes. Then air must be going out. Father said, yes. Then why can't my shoes become vacuum cleaner? Now, the question is to be able to observe, analyze, abstract, and apply. All these steps of an innovation process he could do at age 1. So we invited him. At IIM Ahmedabad, there was a function, Ignite Awards, and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, our revered former president, and Bharat Ratna was there. He was a little kid, so we had to lift him and make him stand on the table, and then Dr. Kalam gave him an award. And you know what happened after that? The first thing he did after getting the award was to take off his clothes because he was wearing a safari suit, and that was very tight. So children are like that. They want freedom, they want openness, they like to ask questions, and they're able to achieve outstanding results. I would like to convince all of you today that many times there are questions to which we don't have an answer, and children are able to find answer. Which also means that we as adults must be humble enough to admit that there are things that they didn't occur to us. And I'll show you many examples today of innovations that no adult ever thought about. No scientist, no engineer, no designer could think about. So here is the picture. There was a famous innovator in Kerala, Appachan, who designed a tree climber. This tree climber from Kerala reached Kashmir, and a little girl in a school is climbing that tree. And I thought I would like to show you that girls are no different and less than boys when it comes to adventure, when it comes to trying things out. Now here is my favorite photo. And in this photo you find 4 ducks moving in one direction. There is one duck that is breaking the trend, and I'm interested in that duck. Do you have the courage to be different? Do you have the courage to make your own path? You have courage to defy the trend. Do you have the courage to stand by yourself alone? These are some of the necessary conditions, though not sufficient, for an innovator to make a mark in our world, in our society. Many times people will laugh at you when you come out with a weird idea. To them it looks like a weird idea because nobody has done that before. So naturally people often laugh. You should have the courage and confidence to withstand that apparent humiliation which many innovators in their life have gone through. Because most people are not yet there where you have already reached. This duck has already seen something that others have not. So it's very important to have the courage to also have what is called as fortitude. Fortitude is the capacity to say no when the world wants to hear yes. Ability to defy, ability to stand apart, ability to stand on one's own feet. So we do these walks, Shodhyatra, learning walks all over the country. I have walked right in every state, including Andaman, right to Gorej Valley, Anantnag, everywhere in the country. And there is no place where we have not come across creative people. So one kid in Gorej Valley, Arif probably was his name, he said, you know what? People should do something which we children want. I said, what do you want? There should be one room in a village where people should put all their out-of-order gadgets. We could think of a room like that in a school, where out-of-order phones, out-of-order mixie, out-of-order grinder, out-of-order television, out-of-order radio can be kept. Then I said, what will you do? We will take out the relevant parts. Do you know when an electronic good goes out of order, not every part of that good goes out of order? Look at the insight. It never occurred to me before that only one circuit may be out of order, one small valve may be out of order, rest everything may be functional. And we junked the whole thing. This kid said, class 4 kid, when we were showing innovations in the village through a projector, that we should have the key to that room. We children will take out the components from that part, that gadget, and make things ourselves. And then he showed me a small fan that he had made out of some motor and battery and all of that. This is the power. This kid is defining a new policy for the country. A room in every workshop, in every school, in every village for children to tinker with. So there is no need to create a very costly lab. I mean, lab is there, we just have to teach them how to take the components out properly without damaging them, and then they will be in the job, in the business. And many of you will be making things and surprising us. Surprising us is a necessary condition. The day we are not surprised, we have not lived. We have just existed. Will you remember that? The day we are not surprised, if there is no one moment in 24 hours when you say, oh my God, I didn't know this, then we have not lived that day. We have not grown. In the moment when we get surprised, we realize the limit of our knowledge. Why surprised? Because I didn't think about it. That's why I'm feeling surprised. So there must be one moment in 24 hours. And the day it is not there, write in your diary, today I have just existed. I didn't live properly. Tomorrow I hope there will be a surprise. And surprise is a function of curiosity, immense curiosity about things, about nature, about life around us. And that's where we learn in that moment of surprise more than probably we will learn the whole day. So we go through this. This is a triangle. When we set up GYAN, Grassroots Innovation Augmentation Network, voluntary organization 7, this was the triangle. Innovation, investment, enterprise. You are too young to be able to find investment. It's our job to help you. You may not become entrepreneur, most of you. It's our job to license your innovation to a company. I will show you an example where innovations of children have been licensed to companies and they get royalty and signing fee. It has happened in our country. What I call as the inverted model, where children will innovate, engineers will fabricate, companies will commercialize. That's what inverted model is. And I'm sure after on the occasion of 75th or 76th year of this CSIR, we will create new benchmarks of partnership between young and the adult mind. Adult minds are also young at heart. You know, we are all young at some. There's a child in all of us. We should never let the child grow old. Because that child propels us to have fun and ask silly questions sometimes. So this triangle is very important. And you know, here is Dr. Kalam. We had the Shodh Yatra last summer in Rameshwaram. We went to his Samadhi and also his house. He loved children immensely. Millions of kids he had talked about. And that's why we call this award now the APJ Abdul Kalam Ignited Mind Award. Any one of you can send any number of ideas to ignitedmind@honeybee.org. No limit. No permission required. No approval required from principal or teacher or anybody. We welcome ideas direct from children. One girl from Chhattisgarh, Bilaspur, I think her name was Simna, sent us an idea. She said many times we forget to drink water, all of us. For hours we work and forget to take water. She said we should have a headband, a small band, a wristband. We should find out whether the water is getting short in our body and give us an alarm or a light that please drink water. Now, this is a problem that we face. We should have been doing that research. This kid is thinking in a very remote area of the country, in a government school, she's able to imagine that. CSIR also has awards for children innovation, as some of you might know. And every year CSIR gives awards to creative children innovation. Now, this is the Honeybee Network logo. A nameless, faceless person, child, student comes in contact with the network and gets identity. We give voice, visibility, and velocity. Voice, visibility, and velocity. Do you know children have stayed as guests of Honorable President of India at Rashtrapati Bhavan? We could do that. We were so proud. During Shri Pranab Mukherjee's time, Dr. Kalam started giving the Presidential Award. Mrs. Pratibha Patil, the next president, she brought the exhibition to Rashtrapati Bhavan. Shri Pranab Mukherjee started Festival of Innovation. Shri Ramnath Kovindji made it Festival of Innovation and Entrepreneurship. Mrs. Murmu, our current president, she restarted the function 10th to 13th of April this year. Festival of Innovation and Entrepreneurship was held at Rashtrapati Bhavan again. All the presidents of our country give importance to recognizing innovations and hosting you at Rashtrapati Bhavan. One of you, I'm sure, will be there next year, hopefully because of your creative ideas. This is what our challenge is. We have to blend creativity, curiosity, and compassion. We have to innovate not just for our needs. The birds, the squirrels, the ant, the animals, they all have needs to survive and enrich our nature. And we have to find out how can we use our imagination to safeguard their conditions, to safeguard their environment. And where can we generate new ideas so that the birds and the ants and the squirrel and the dogs and the cat and all the animals around us can have safe environment. It's very important that we innovate for them too. Now this is an example. I start with some very simple examples. Many times when you have seen, you work on computer, some of you, and you lean forward. We also do that mistake, don't we? Our back is not all the time resting on the chair. So these kids from different parts of the country, Kulsum, Tarun, Sanvi, they all observe the same problem that these adults don't understand. They should sit properly and they don't. Now, adults are careless, indifferent. I have lower back pain 3 times in the last 10 years I had. But this kid said, look sir, we bother about you. So if you don't sit properly, there will be a camera in the computer which will sense your posture. If posture is not right, a message will come on the screen, sit properly, I will not let you do work. Isn't that nice? We should not be allowed to do work. Or the chair will have pressure sensors, and I think you should get this made. Somebody, some young fellows from the institute, I hope that you have 100 PhDs, please get it done. So that there are pressure sensors on the chair. If you don't press all the 4 or 5 pressure sensors, that means your back is not resting properly, chair will start singing and not let you do work. Isn't that nice? This is how kids think about our problem. They're teasing us. They're shaming us. And I must tell you, this is a problem that all of us suffer from. Lower back pain is an epidemic now, isn't it? Many of us have had that problem because our posture is not right. So children can see things that we, the adults, don't. So don't think that your job is only to follow what we say. Your job is also to lead. And we will follow you and help in implementing your ideas. Look at this. You have seen walker. Some of you have seen walker in your home. Now with walker you cannot climb the step. My wife Sadhana also needed walker. And she used walker, but it never occurred to me. This difficulty I saw, but I didn't do anything for that. This girl, she was in class 8 at that time. Now she's cleared college. Shalini in Patna sent an idea. Can front legs be flexible? So that when we go down, the front legs become taller. When we go up, they become shorter. Isn't it? Now there is such a walker does not exist in Europe, does not exist in USA, does not exist in Japan. Here is a kid who is designing, who is solving a problem of the world, not just India. I am not expecting you to solve only problem of Karaikodi or Tamil Nadu or Kerala or India. You can solve problem for the whole world, and she has done it. And this was transferred, license to WISO. As you can see here, technical transfer agreement is being signed. And this company gives royalty to her and got a signing fee of few lakh rupees. It's possible. She had a patent filed by NIF in her name. More than 100 patents have been filed in the name of children. So don't worry, I mean, as Honorable Director has mentioned, CSIR-CECRI will help in filing patents for you. What's the problem in that? We have the skill, we will use it. We don't expect you at class 4, 5 or 6 to be able to draft a patent application. That's our job. We'll do it, but in your name. We will not put the name of teacher, name of the scientist, nobody's name, only that girl's name is there. Because we are doing our job. We are being paid for it. So therefore, please have this confidence that this country cares. This country cares for the creativity of children. That is why we have created such norms. Nowhere else you will find children being hosted by the president of our country. Nowhere else you will find patent being filed in their name by people who have developed the who have fabricated the solution, but they don't put their name because they have only implemented your design, your idea. So don't let feasibility become an enemy of desirability. Did you follow what I've said? Just because you can't make it happen should not prevent you from imagining something that is an unmet need. Please remember this. Can somebody translate it in Tamil? Feasibility should not become enemy of desirability. Just quickly, if you can say that in Tamil or Malayalam. Feasibility should not become enemy of desirability. That means just because I can't implement, I should not say that I cannot imagine. Just tell. Just please tell this. I want them to bring home this point.
சாத்தியம் என்பது நமது முயற்சிக்கோ அல்லது கற்பனைக்கோ தடைக்கல்லாக இருக்கக்கூடாது. எதுவும் சாத்தியமே.
It's very important. This is a summary of what I am saying today. Don't put constraints on your imagination. Don't think that because I am small, I don't know engineering, and I of course don't know electrochemical engineering, how will I make these solutions happen? We are here. The whole lab is here. KV system is here. We will find fabricators. We have industrialists here. We have people from industry. We will find people who can fabricate your solution, designers, fabricators, engineers, welders, mechanics. That's our job. Your job is to imagine. Your job is to find out an unmet need. A need that your parents may have, your grandparents may have, your neighbors may have, the bird may have. You have to identify a need, and then our job is to find solution for that. Look at this Nisha, what she did. You have gone to railway station, bus stand. Many times there is a lot of crowd, there is no place to sit. Wouldn't it be a good idea if you have a folding seat in our bag? Isn't it practical idea? It didn't occur to VIP or a big company of making bags. They didn't think about it. Please understand that. They have all the money in the world. Just because of money, ideas don't necessarily follow from money. Just because somebody has a lot of wealth, a lot of big company, doesn't mean that they will get good ideas. Our children are able to think of ideas that even big companies have not thought about. And we got it fabricated. Simple idea, a folding seat with bag. So that if I don't find place to sit, if my mother is traveling with me, my grandmother is traveling, Mama, you can sit here. Correct? A sign of compassion for elderly people who need some rest. They can't wait for 2 hours, 1 hour standing. It's not nice to sit on the ground because it's not clean enough. So what do? Very simple ideas. And this was designed by formal designers and engineers, but idea was of a child. Engineers fabricated, company commercialized this idea. Now I'll give you one example. And here I would wish very much that in the festival that you organize every year for a week-long festival of Jigyasa and allied activities, kindly think of this pedagogy that I am going to describe. So we had a workshop for children creativity at Rashtrapati Bhavan. We brought children from slum schools, government schools, and we did a small exercise with them. The exercise was, think of what can you use, modification can you do in cycle, keep 2 options out, transportation of goods and transportation of people. The purpose for which we use cycle mostly, isn't it? We use cycle for moving from one place to another. we use cycle for transporting goods. Obvious was kept out. That is the trick here. Make the obvious out. And we said, what can you do? And look at what innovations they can think about. A thresher run by cycle, harvester, transplanter, motor winding, blower. All these ideas came in about half an hour. We didn't do anything. We just provoked them. Find out uses of cycle which don't involve transportation of goods and transportation of goods and people. Pumping water from, pulling water from the well. All of these are pulley-based solutions. And they could come out quickly. Cleaning the floor, a bevel gear. A child can imagine bevel gear. Moving, if you have movement in this direction, how do you convert movement in another direction? Or if you have movement in this direction, how do you take it at 90 degrees? Change the plane. They could think about within half an hour. You can all think about it. If I had time, I would have done a workshop with you and made and proved it that each one of the child sitting here is capable. And I wish that you ask them, before you leave today, you must get a piece of paper and all of you should put behind an idea. Will you do that? I didn't hear. Yes, so before you leave, yet I will give prize to the 3 top ideas. That is my promise to you. I'll send you my book and I'll send you a award. Each one of you will not take your lunch today without writing an idea. That's a promise I want from you. And in future too. Because unless we, one of the things that we teachers are supposed to do is to raise our expectation from our children.
Write your name in that.
Write name and your phone number if you have your papa or mama's phone number or the school, class, that's all. That's enough. And an idea. An idea of something that you want to see in this world but which doesn't exist. Simple idea. Something we need but we don't have it. And who knows that some of your ideas will become projects at CSIR, isn't it? That would be wonderful. That will be wonderful because that's what our collective responsibility is. They have to sustain their hopes. We should make it happen. Then their faith in our system and in the country and our institutions will go up because they must trust us. The children must trust us that what we say we do. And that's what I'm showing you the example. These are the kids who gave those ideas, their photographs with those ideas. They were there in that workshop. Some kid came out with 3-4 ideas and they got up. Look at this idea. Many times in the fridge, those of you who have fridge at home, to take the things out at the back is not easy. You have to remove all the things in the front. This kid, Sarthak, said, why can't we have circular refrigerator? So you can move the tray. Isn't it a good idea? No company making refrigerators in the world has thought about a circular refrigerator. But it looks so obvious now. Once we see it, it seems very obvious. Why didn't we do that?
We all suffer.
Isn't it? All the front things you have to take out, then the butter is lying behind or some pickle is lying behind and you take it out every day. There is a struggle. You have to bend, you have to do that. Just turn the table, turn this shelf and the back thing will come in the front. Very simple, isn't it? It will make life of your mother, your father, yourself easy. To live with the inefficiency for a day longer than necessary is a crime. We should not live with inefficiency. I plead with all of you, my dear friends, young friends, that there is so much inefficiency sometimes, so much tragedy in our life, so many things that we are doing which we should be doing better and more efficiently, and we have a right to get better quality of life. We have a right to use our energy for more important things than just spending that in tragedy. A lot of such ideas have come. I mentioned about this. And this girl, we met her in Shodhyatra in Assam. And Archana said many times people use the crutches. Some of you must have friends who use crutches. They hurt at the armpit. So why can't we have a shock absorber? And this kid had made a model of it. Many times you have a lot of rain. When rains are there, the clothes drying out may get wet. So you have to rush to the roof and bring them in. Now the lady of the house is reading newspaper. She presses a button and with a motor, the lining, the rod comes in. All the clothes are in the shade. she is calm and quiet and enjoying her life. That's what we need to do. You know, things that women do sometimes tend to go through a technical change much slower than men. There's an unfortunate tendency in our world, not just in India, around the world. There's a book, some of you, when you grow up, or otherwise, if you're very curious, you will find on the net, Mothers and Daughters of Invention by Autumn Stanley. It's a book, very interesting book. I'll not tell more about it, except to say that she spent 13 years of her life to show that 200 years data of US Patent and Trademark Office, US Patent Office, women's share was hardly 2% in 80s and 8% in late 30s. Not because women are not more creative. When it comes to children ideas, your share, girls' share is almost 45-50%. But when you grow up, their share goes down. And we have to change the situation. We have to change the situation. How about phone having a charger plug? No company has made this, but all of us have wished that to happen, isn't it? Sometime or the other, when we forget our charger, we wish our phone had a plug point. It's a simple idea. Nobody has done it, but the day it gets done, thank these two students who have thought about this idea much ahead of what companies could think of. So please understand, we can think of ideas that are not there in the world, and someday when they happen, we will take pride. Indian kids had thought about it first, isn't it? People say Indian brands are not there, Indian innovations are not known globally. It is changing. Our kids are now imagining solutions that are global. These three girls from Tamil Nadu were very perturbed when they saw the boys driving motorbike without using helmet. Have you seen that? Have you not seen that happening? Sometimes girls also drive motorbike without using helmet, which is dangerous. So they said, we want to have a helmet, unless you wear it, the motor will not start. We found a very interesting fabricator from Bhubaneswar, Ranjit, who designed in such a way that if you take a helmet and lock it from a Bluetooth here, the connection will go, key will go to the motorcycle, and motorcycle will start. If you just hang the helmet and don't put this, motorcycle will not start. This is a model was made, it was showcased in Rashtrapati Bhavan. A problem of accidents. You know, more people die in our country from accident than any disease. It's a serious problem. And we want our children to be responsible. And this is a sign of responsibility. A book changing design by Swapnil Talukdar in Guwahati. A torch which also throws light below. Isn't it a good idea? When we climb the stairs, there is no light falling on the step. So have one light below, one in the front. Just imagine. Our kids are identifying major gaps in the design which companies around the world have not thought about. We may not have invented the torch, but we have modified it. That's what I'm saying our kids are capable of. And this is very nice. Some children, their concentration is weak. Their mind is outside the classroom. It happens to you sometime? Huh? Now we have found an answer. Rudra gave an idea. You have a pressure sensor on the pen. When your mind goes out, your grip will become loose. When grip becomes loose, the LED on the pen will light up. And the teacher will say, hey, Mr. Gautam or Rudra, where is your mind? Come back in the class. Where are you going? And you will be caught. Now you cannot escape. You cannot detour and throw your mind. Your mind goes outside the class. You are sitting your body is in the class. It cannot happen in future. We'll be able to find out. Why can't the passenger also propel the rickshaw? Very interesting idea. A first aid kit in the handle of the sickle. Even for workers, we have to think about how can we make their life better. Anybody and everybody needs innovations in our life. Many times in the rainy season, your shoes get wet. Look at what this boy has said from Odisha. We should have a shoe warmer. Put the connection and the shoe will become dry. A very interesting idea. Nobody has designed such a shoe. So what? Desirability should not become, feasibility should not become enemy of desirability. An example of that kind. Very, very good example. Have you ever seen fan which will propel air in all the four directions? Why not? Simple idea. You can do that. So a lot of such innovation. This is a very simple idea. One time you are taking a tray with glasses and cups on the tray and you have to open the door. How do you open the door? You can't hold it with one hand. Why can't we have foot-based door opener? Very practical idea. Nobody thought about. Very practical, isn't it? We can do that in our kitchen, we can do that in our mess, we can do that in different places. Simple ideas. This girl became very famous, Venisha. She got many awards. She thought about solar charging, on how to create the cobwebs on the roof. They should not go into our hair. So many suggestions, so many suggestions. I will skip them and just come to the last part. There are 4 dimensions, my dear young boys and girls. Please remember it. All of you can be inventor, all of you can be innovator. Just remember a simple trick. Method, old and new. Material, old and new. Application, old and new. Delivery system, old and new. One of the 4 should be new. At least one of the 4 should be new. So torch was old material, old purpose, old method. What was new? Just an additional feature of a light below. Rest, everything was same. Delivery system is same. You go and buy it from the market. There could be different kinds of modifications that we can do. Not everybody invents. Some invent, some innovate. And both are legitimate activity. And we need innovators, we need inventors, we need people who will manufacture them, we will need people who will market them. So there's a whole chain of skills required to convert an innovation into utility for common people. And we need to do that. Finally, and this is for KV system, this is for principals, this is for teachers, this is for parents, this is for all of us. A change not monitored is a change not desired. If a child asks a question and we don't know the answer, let us have the humility to admit, look, I don't know, I will find out and tell you. Rather than, just shifting the subject and saying, no, you do your work, don't ask unnecessary questions. And we just kill the curiosity. Each one of us at some stage must have done this damage to our children, our own children. I'm not talking about others. You do it to the children of others, which is very bad, but you do it even to your own children. Please, let us all admit that we will not have answers to all the questions. Nobody has. In that case, we should admit that we will find out from someone who has the answer or search, and then come back in the class the next day. Look, I couldn't answer the question properly yesterday. This is the right answer. What does it take? Nothing. Just an admission that we are all fallible. So let me just mention in the end, we should challenge our children. First suggestion. We should expect them to do what we think they are not capable of, but actually they are. Challenge them with things that they have to think about, which we have not happened, which even we don't know the answer of. That's why it is fun. When we will all think together and children will come out with an answer, we will realize, my God, I didn't think about it. Many of these ideas that you have seen today, you didn't think about it, isn't it? Doesn't matter. Admit our fallibility and ignorance. That means I also can commit mistake. I can give a wrong answer sometime. I must correct it next day. As a teacher, I have a responsibility. Look, the answer I gave was not satisfactory. I went back and did the research, and now I find this is the right answer. No harm. Children will learn to admit their ignorance. Children will learn to accept their mistake. How do we teach this art? How do we teach this skill? We cannot teach it by just saying it. We can only teach it by doing it. If we don't do that, children will not do that. Celebrate creativity. We should have a wall, an innovation wall in the school, and put great ideas on that wall. Let everybody see that. It doesn't cost anything, isn't it? Every school can have a creativity wall, an innovation wall, where we can put great ideas. Make workshop. I was very happy. 75 schools, 75 children, and a mobile van, which has already covered so many schools, and hopefully will cover maybe 75,000 children, if not less. You already covered 26,000. I'm so happy to hear this. It has not happened anywhere else. And this is something for which CSIR deserves a big applause. All of us give a big applause to the Institute. I have never come across such a powerful idea of extending our facilities to the children. And 75 is just a number. It can be 750 also. It can be 7,500 also, isn't it? If children come from other districts, you will not say no to them, but just a symbolic way of saying that we celebrate our achievements by igniting the mind of our children, who should then be able to create new ideas. And I'm suggesting a lunch with the director or DG, and DG comes from this place, so we should have a claim on her. And we should, whenever she comes, we should request, have a lunch with creative children that we have found from different schools. Take 1 hour from her, and 1 hour of yours in a week is not too much. But for children, it is a great honor. We had lunch with director of CSIR. We had lunch with DG of CSIR. It is a lifelong impression. But this is a small investment we should make in our creative children. We should give them a feeling that we really care about their ideas. This country really cares and celebrates the creativity like no one else in the world does. And then our nation would become a great nation and will become greater, better nation, a more compassionate nation. We will solve problems not of our country, but the whole world. Thank you so much. Be a bee. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that inspiring speech. It was really inspirational. And you just kept all of us captivated by sharing with us such inspiring and innovative creativity at grassroots level. I'm sure that all our kids here will definitely come out with the innovative
Just give me a
and
minute.
creative
It's a
ideas.
mind-boggling, right? Mind-blowing talk today. Fantastic. I think we lived today. Fantastic talk, sir. I think I heard so many lectures, so many things. I think this is the one lecture which I will remember for every day. Thank you, sir.
So he wants to open discussions. If any students willing to discuss with Professor Anil Gupta sometime, so please.
Go ahead, please. Anybody, any child, any student want to surprise me or us?
Yes.
That will be great. Just prove the point. You can surprise us.
You can speak in Tamil.
Yes.
Translate.
They will. They will. I'm sure there are naughty kids here, there are mischievous kids here who don't mind proving that we don't know much. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Anybody, any girl, any student? Anybody wants to share some thought, an idea or a comment or a suggestion? How do we increase creativity quotient of our country?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead. Give her the mic. Please introduce yourself.
Sir, I am M. Nehashri from class 10th from Kendra Vidyalaya, Perambalur. So, my thinking is that from our school, my PT teacher always catches the boys who do not cut their hair properly and cut their nails properly. So, as my ma'am said that, we want to make an alarm when the students are entering in the school. If they do not cut their hair properly, the alarm should ring.
What you are saying is image processing software. Very nice. That's a very practical idea actually, and it can immediately do that. There are now face recognition softwares where your face, even at Digi Yatra in airport, your face is your password now. So, good idea. Thank you so much. Why not? Why not? Boys, you are now beware. You will be caught. Very good idea. Thank you. Yes, somewhere there. You want? Yeah, please get back at the back, second line from the last.
Good morning, sir. I'm a Mari from 9th from Mount International School, CBSE, Pudukkottai. I'm having a query that at night times, all the drunken drive cases are running so fast, which causes more car accidents and reduction in populations, and which is a major problem. How can we prevent it, and how can we develop that problems to prevent that?
What is your answer?
Sir, to keep a sensor at both at the front and back, which could prevent from accidents, and have a camera through all the time.
Police has the speed cameras. They have to install it at more places, but recently in Ahmedabad, one kid, you know what happened? That kid's name is Tathya. He was driving at 145 kilometer per hour, and he killed 9 people and injured about 19. You know what his mother did? His mother gave a public statement that this kid should not be spared. I warned him many times, he did not listen to me. He deserves to be punished. Mother gave a public statement. So I think the parents of such kids who are not following the law, who are not following the rule, they must also stand up and not go for their filial love, look my kid, and therefore you spoil them. I think I salute that lady who got up and said, and I shared that statement of hers in the press, in the social media, on Twitter, that I salute you, my lady, my great lady mother of Tathya, who had the courage to disown the son because of the crime that he committed. So while we have a role of technology, but we should also create institutions. At home, in school, we should create this concern for following the rules and the law of the land, you know. But you are right, there are answers available for that. But it's a good point, very good.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir.
That's so nice. I mean, they have compassion. They have compassion. Yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning, sir. I'm Shravya NB from Chelapan Vidya Mandir International School, studying grade 12, and this is my friend Hemanathan. So we thought of this idea that people who wear specs, they generally forget to carry the cloth to clean it and the liquid which with which they clean the specs or the contact lens. So every night, if we can have a case where we, as soon as we keep the specs, it can be cleansed and dried, so that the next morning it is easier. And one more thing is that the specs can have a sensor or something, because people who wear specs generally tend to forget it somewhere or the other. So it's difficult.
I agree with you 100%. Yes, go ahead.
Some people who wear contact lenses, they forget to take off their contact lenses and clean it. So we can make a mobile app to like alert them.
Alert people that carry this with you. You know, one kid gave an idea, why can't we have wiper on the specs? We got this idea in an IF, you know, a wiper on the specs just to clean them. So with a small battery, pen cell, you know, battery, that small cell. But it's a good idea. I mean, you have sensed the problem that many of us wearing specs, I myself included, we have all faced this problem, isn't it? We have fog, we have mist. And during the, you know, US government gave an award, announced an award of $500,000 to design a mask which will not create mist on the specs. Because you remember when we were using masks, the air, the breath will go up and will moisten our specs. $500,000 award. If you go to challenge.gov, you will find that. So it's a very big problem. What you have pointed out is a problem that US government is trying to solve, and they couldn't solve, which you are trying to solve. Thank you so much. It's a wonderful point. You have identified a very good unmet need. Please remember, sometime identifying the unmet need is half the solution. You know, because you have identified a need which I have, which Mr. Commissioner has, many other people have, and we have not found a solution. Anil Mohan, no? He has. And we have not found a good solution. So thank you so much, and do something for us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Very nice. Maybe one or two more. Yes.
Good morning, sir. I am P. Karthikeyan from Kendra Vidyalaya Nagarkulture. Sir, my idea is about the accent, sir. Sir, you know, sir, India is a fast-growing country and more cars are going, sir. Means accidents are taking place every day, sir. Now we will set up a GPS system in cars, sir. Already it is having, sir. Means my car is accident in Karaikudi, sir, now. Means it will automatically detect a hospital near to me and sends a message, sir. And immediate medical attention will be given to the person who is accident, sir. And this.
What's your name?
Sir, Karthikeyan, sir.
Karthikeyan, you should work with somebody here and make this happen. It's a very practical idea. It's a very practical idea. It should happen. Suggestions have come in the past, but nobody has done it. This suggestion has come in the past, but nobody has done it, that your location should immediately be transmitted to the hospital, nearest hospital, so that the ambulance can come. So it will require a network of networks. All the hospitals will have to be networked, and a communication system will have to be built between the phone, vehicle, and the network of the hospitals. It is a huge problem, but somewhere we have to begin. And I think it's a good idea.
COVID time they did it. I mean, for connecting the hospital.
And not only hospital, COVID time, we could find out if anybody in our radius of few meters has a COVID. You know, warning system, Setu. Correct. So you have a point. What's the name?
Sir, Karthikeyan, sir.
Karthikeyan, this is not an idea you should leave. Persist with it.
Yes.
Persist with it, and somebody, some PhD student or somebody can work with this Karthikeyan and other kids also to try to make it happen. Thank you so much. Good luck. Wonderful. Yes, there. The last one should take. And then all those who are not getting a chance to speak, please remember you are getting a piece of paper on which you will write and we will collect. We may not have time enough to give to each one of you to speak up, but next year we can do that. I'll come with more time and we'll have enough full day for them to speak up. Yes, go ahead, please.
My name is Heaven Pauline Shri of class 11 from Mount Zion Silver Jubilee School. And my problem is nowadays in government school and government aided schools, they are providing midday meal program to all the children in grade 1 to 8. But the higher officials could not able to track whether the food is served among the children or not. We have made an app to track the food is served to the children. Can you help me to develop the app further?
App for doing what?
To track whether the food is served to all the children.
Oh, okay. So monitoring. The collector should know, for example, that whether the food has been served to all the children. You think that there are some children who are left behind, who are not getting the food? Is that the problem?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that.
So I'm A.N. Madhi from AML Government High Secondary School, sir. So now everything is connected to EMIS. So from class and midday meals and every program is monitored.
But her
by
problem
government.
is that
that's
sometimes,
going on now.
sometimes some kids are not getting served. And that gap should also be informed, either because food was not sufficient.
Yeah, almost nowadays no 100% gap, no gaps, sir. So everything is monitored.
But you are hearing the children.
Yeah, so this is what I want to tell.
But see, that what is your name, please?
My name, A.N. Madhi.
My request to you is, we have a tendency.
So,
all of us, he is commissioner, so he will have a tendency, he is director, he will have a tendency. No, all of us have a tendency to mask the defects in our system. We should not do that. If there is a problem, we will solve it.
Yeah.
We are, after all, no system is perfect.
So, no, I want to say we have this app, and we have the system. We have to enter it properly.
Yeah, but maybe it is not foolproof.
Yeah.
We should in future give children a chance.
Definitely.
To come back to the principal or teacher. Teacher, we did not get today. Can you please inform? So there is sometime the school, the authorities may not have sent sufficient food.
Yeah.
You are helpless at that time.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually, the students they are actually like similar to Mount Zion International, Mount Zion Silver Jubilee. The actual thing is, I studied in government school only from Andhra Pradesh. I'm not from Tamil Nadu. We also having midday meal scheme and all. I think the main point of them is not to serve the things. For example, a collector, our state, as I studied government, complete my education is government institutions and midday meal schemes. Many times even we fought for food is not quality, food is not this is not. So if they will develop a app like such, a school headmaster goes and scan something like we have nowadays many systems, many sensors. If you scan the food and sense, it may describe either it is a perfect amount, is sufficient, everything. That is the perfect time. Many people, sir, government teachers, maybe they may feel like we are already following, but they are not doing. Contractors are supplying, contractors are doing. Is it nutrition value sufficient? Because Tamil Nadu government focusing on nutrition, not the serving the food. Children are not getting the
Your
food.
point is
So
taken home.
that is,
you
main
have
thing.
sensitized everybody.
Yes.
All teachers, all principal, all commissioners sitting here have taken note of your point.
Yes.
You are right. Government wants, Tamil Nadu has one of the best women and child development program in the whole country. You were pioneer. Tamil Nadu was pioneer in this regard.
Yes.
If such a problem comes, we should really pay attention to it. And you should also talk to your friends. And we should get it addressed. This is a problem. Children should not be feeling that pain. Tamil Nadu is pioneer in this country. We always give example of Tamil Nadu's women and child development, particularly girl child. You have done so much in the past. So sorry about that, but you are right. Somebody will help you to find answer to this. Do you have a phone of your own?
Yes, sir.
You have. So then we should give an app access to the children also to give their feedback, isn't it? If they give their feedback on the food, I think we will have an independent way of confirming whether food was good or not. I mean, teachers should also eat the same food actually. If teachers eat the same food that children are eating, I think half the problem will be solved. Isn't it?
Sir, actually,
yes.
Sir, one minute. Sir, actually, recently we have go through that one video, sir. Actually, it is existed in Japan, the same hotel or wherever it is. There is a scan system actually. For example, if the eggs which is supplied by a contractor or something in the school, if it is not quality one, or if you see that mainly, you can see our food commission and all, they are saying that always I used to watch in my videos because a government school, egg size is this much small, like that, and eggs are very old eggs they are supplying and all. So there is a scan system actually is implemented in Japan, actually is running now presently. So if they will scan it, even hotel or whatever it is, either it is spoiled or the size is not proper, or it is old one,
you are
new
right,
one,
you are
everything
right.
will be coming to the government, sir.
Very
That's what
true,
it is. The main
very
thing.
true. Both of you, what are the names, please, again? What's your name?
Heavena. Heavena.
I think you could write to the collector, a mail, or politely you can tell the
Sir,
collector
only those
to pay
students who
attention
studied
to
in
this.
government school only, we know, sir, what is the suffer.
No, you're right, you're right. We will not leave your problem right here. App
Yes.
is a solution, but more than that, now that you have mentioned, director will write to the collector and make sure that the people who are responsible for ensuring quality control should do their job better because they're not doing their job, right? Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for your very interactive session.
Good morning, sir. I am Deveshwaran of Nahabal School, 10th standard. I am coming from Vilupuram, and this is my friend Venkatapati Velaidam. Sir, we have an idea to prevent drunken driving, sir. Drunken driving, sir, to prevent drunken driving. So nowadays, more... Yes.
Yeah, this idea has been there around for some time, and there are some cars which are now installing the breathalyzer analysis, breath analysis, so that if you have taken alcohol, then you cannot drive. But you are right, the need that you have identified is very correct, and the solution you are suggesting is also very correct. And the automobile industry must install this in every model so that drunk driving can be stopped. Good point, very good point. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We thank you, sir, for your very interactive session with our young and curious minds. Next on agenda is prize distribution to our young students by Honorable Chief Guest, Padma Shri Professor Anil, sir. I request Dr. Angampan to kindly read out the names of the prize winners of various events. I also request all the dignitaries on the dais to kindly join, sir, in the prize distribution ceremony. Sirs.
Good morning to everybody. As pointed out by our director in the welcome, in his presidential address, we have commemorate the 75th foundation year of CSIR-CECRI. Last year we have conducted through the online CSIR online quiz from July 2022 to June 23. Totally more than 26,000 persons enter in the CSIR quiz and 81 quiz conducted through the online. First prize goes to Sadhana Saini from December 22 to June 23. 28 quiz attended. And Keshavin, second prize, August 22 to January 23. Both of them not coming due to their excel from the school system and join in a college. So will be later will receive the prize. And third prize, Kannamal Ji from October 22, February 23. Third prize, 7 quiz attended. Third prize, Kannamal. Online quiz. She is from Sri Meenachi Girls Higher Secondary School, Karaikudi. Seven out of 81. Next prize goes to DIY kit developer. We have to demonstrate it after the inaugural function is over. We have to 11 type of DIY kit to be demonstrated. The DIY developer also be honored by the cash prize. So first prize goes to S. Kemavadi for lithium-ion battery powered heart rate monitoring system kit. Second prize, fire and hazard safety intimation kit, Yes, Samal Muhammad. He made it 5 type of kit. Out of 5, 1 is selected for the second prize. Third prize, DIY kit for electronic gadgets, SP Tipurasamy, scientist, CSIR-CECRI Karaikudi. The second prize. Third prize, solar-based lithium-ion battery power bank kit by S. Kemavadi. Another third prize, super capacity kit by S. Kogulnath. I invite Naresh to receive the prize. Super capacitor kit. Another third prize, LED kit by P. Sriram. These students are ACSR students. They are their societal project they did.
This is such a good idea. I've not seen other lectures.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All the CSIR labs doing DIY kit.
Before joining
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you to all.
Thank you so much, sir, for doing the honors. I congratulate all the prize winners of this event. Friends, now it is the time for address by our guest of honor, Dr. T. Pavan Kumar. Dr. Pavan Kumar is senior scientist in our sister lab, IMT. Dr. Pavan is involved in the strategy planning.
He's leaving now for big class.
To continue, Dr. Pavan is involved in the strategy planning and business development, SPBD and PME. He is coordinator of intellectual property and convener business development. He also served as ethics officer and secretary in standing ethics committee and coordinator of MAT3. With these few words, I now invite Dr. Pavan Kumar for his felicitation address, please.
Thank you very
Dr.
much.
Pavan.
May I request all the students to remain silent?
So good morning all. Respected Padma Shri Professor Anil Gupta sir, who has just left from this meeting to catch his flight, and respected Director sir of CSIR-CECRI Karaikudi, Dr. Ramesha sir. Respected all elders present in this meeting, all the youngers, and my dear friends. I am very happy to be part of this program here. Firstly, I must congratulate CSIR-CECRI on its 76th Foundation Day and also 1 week, 1 lab program. I am very thankful to the director as well as the team CECRI for inviting me to this program. Thank you. Though my experience is very small in front of the combined experiences of all the elders present in this session, but however, I would like to convey a small message to all the participants, more especially for the students. Whatever activities we take up or whatever works we do, we always need to orient ourselves towards 3 major objectives. They are India first, innovation first, and IP first. So whatever activities you take up, maybe in academics, maybe in research, maybe at other place, always your activities should add some value to our country. And whatever works you carry out as part of your efforts to achieve your objectives or the activities, they should involve some or other innovation. So there should be a component of innovativeness in all your efforts. And thirdly, wherever there is a possibility or wherever you find some scope, always you should take an IP first. By practicing these 3, I think definitely we can contribute more towards innovations, and through this we can achieve a greater progress. If not immediately, at least in the years to come. With these words, once again, I congratulate the team CECRI on this wonderful occasion, and thank you all very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your very kind felicitation address and bringing the idea of efforts for upliftment of our country through innovations and also talking about IP awareness. Thank you so much, Dr. Pavan.
Now, before we have the address by Shri Anil Mohanji, it is my proud privilege to introduce him to the audience. Shri Anil Mohan sir is currently the Assistant Commissioner, Kendra Vidyalaya Sangathan, Regional Office, Chennai. He worked in different capacities as teacher, vice principal, and principal in KVS. Sir has conducted many workshops and in-service courses for teachers, non-teaching staff, vice principals, and principals as resource person and course director. He is a member of different committees constituted at regional and national level for the implementation of National Education Policy 2020. He presented paper at NCTE and NIT Hamirpur related to National Education Policy. He has represented KVS at different conferences. So far, he has conducted 30 training courses for teachers. With these few words, may I invite Shri Anil Mohanji for his address, please.
Good morning to all. The man who enlightened us with his words of wisdom, Professor Anil Gupta ji, the person who is leading from front to ensure that your curiosities are addressed, Director CSIR-CECRI, Dr. Ramesha, the Master of Intellectual Property Rights, Dr. Pawan, the faculties who are on the dais, Dr. Raju and Dr. Angappan, faculties from CSIR-CECRI, media persons, teachers from different schools, and young scientists. Good morning to all. Good morning. Yeah. So, at the outset, let us all salute our brave soldiers who laid their lives for our country when today we are celebrating Kargil Vijay Divas. Let us all clap together. Please clap. This clap is for yourself. This is congratulations to you because you are here because you are representing your schools. You are here because you are trying to find answers for your curiosity. You are here because you are young innovators. You are here because you are young scientists. How many of you get these opportunities? Very few. Only for those who grab these opportunities. I am proud to say that I am from Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan. Sitting in the regional office, whether it is in Chennai or associated with this in Ernakulam region, that is Kerala, or Uttar Pradesh when I was in Agra region. Association with CSIR, it started in 2017. Today also, that means when we get, every day we get calls from principals of KVs to include the students of that particular KV to be a part of CSIR activities. And I can see many KV students here and ideas also. Not only KV students, other school students also. Anyway, the uniform may be different, but your purpose, the ultimate objective is, as Anil sir pointed out, ultimately it is for our country only. And that too when we are celebrating 3 years of national education policy, when we are celebrating 3 years on Saturday, that is 29th of this month. Just one question to you. How many of you are here in this auditorium because of your interest? No teacher's role is there. I want to be a scientist. I want answers for my queries. Be honest. Please raise your hand. Yeah, great. I hope it is honest answer. Please, please. If this is the honest answer, then we are going to get more scientists from the holy land of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. No doubt regarding that. Best wishes to all of you, whether it is KV, whether it is any school, ultimately our country matters because the vision is to make our country a knowledge global knowledge superpower. And there the role played by CSIR, at present in Karaikudi CSIR-CECRI, immense role played by them. Hats off to you and thank you, sir, for giving KVS this opportunity. On behalf of the entire KVS, I thank you and best wishes once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Great words. Your presence today is a great source of inspiration for all of us here. Thank you.
Session of Student Connect program. May I now request Dr. Angappan, Senior Principal Scientist and Nodal Officer Jigyasa at CSIR-CECRI to kindly propose vote of thanks, please.
I am very delighted to propose a vote of thanks for this today, third day of 1 week, 1 lab program, a Student Connect under the CSIR. Today we have the Chief Guest, Padma Shri Professor Anil K. Gupta ji, all the way coming from Ahmedabad on his busy schedule. We invited for the first 4 years for many CSIR activities, but today is happened and graced the occasions by his presence. Once we finalized a 1 week, 1 program of CSIR-CECRI, today the Student Connect program is scheduled. We thought that Professor Anil sir is the right choice for our program. So we invited him for today event. Thank you, sir, for kind enough to accept our invitation and grace the occasions. Yesterday we walked along the students' rally, science rally, 2022 and 23 also, just 1.5 kilometers from the Kannadasan Monument to CECRI. But our Anil ji has crossed over the 6,000 kilometers for Subhoyatra throughout the other state of the country. Thank you, sir. And I thank our director, Dr. K. Ramesha, for his immense support, guidance, and preside over this event and give the presidential address also. Thank you, sir. I am very much thankful to Dr. Bhavan, Senior Scientist, CSIR IMT, for his acceptance and going to deliver 1 hour talk on today IP and its management, and tomorrow is conduct a 1-day workshop on IP. Thank you, sir. I am very much thankful to Mr. Anil Mohan, Assistant Commissioner, Kendra Vidyalaya, Sankadan, RO Chennai region, to all the way from Chennai and grace this event, sir. I thank Dr. T. Raju, Chief Scientist at Electroorganic and Material Electrochemistry Division, to offer nice, warm welcome address. Thank you, sir. I am very much thankful to the prize winners of online CSIR quiz and TOIT kit developer. They made it happen today, even formulated in a grand manner. I thank the judges to select the prize winners, Dr. T. Raju, Dr. Nishanti, Dr. V. Murugan for online quiz winners, and Dr. M. Raju and Dr. Sindhuja and Mr. Kennedy for their help to select the prize winners of TOI kit, including our CSIR and skill development group. They made it happen today. Without you, all today function would not be fulfilled. A special thanks to ACSR coordinators and headquarters for involving the ACSR scholars for their societal project. They did the many DOI kit and to be demonstrated after the function. Last but not least, I thank all the student participants, teachers, parents, principals, headmasters, and all CEOs of all the district, assistant commissioner and deputy commissioner for their support. This event could not be possible. A huge amount of participants, more than 250, will mark our effort, will give the fruits in future. Thank you, one and all. Finally, I thank all the service sections. Without their kind support, this function could not be possible to settle this event. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. So with this, this session comes to an end. We thank all our distinguished guests on the dais for joining us today in this session. We have a couple of announcements. We now have a tea break for 10 to 15 minutes. We request everyone to please assemble.